I got distracted by watching that like Thugalicious video. I didn't get back to my position.
The can't wear hat says pew pew pew.
That's the.
Oh, I'm kidding, Foxmore.
Everyone's coming up with different onomatopoeia for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we didn't see the best part of that anime video though. I don't know if we can go to that. It's like towards the end.
We can play the whole thing. Yeah.
Can we just like get it up in the corner?
We'll just go back to the story. It'll start again from the beginning. What happens is they kiss, and then like that girl gets kissed by that girl, and then the little girl turns into a sword.
And then this girl I don't know.
Kisses that girl.
Come on, look at that, the umbrella.
And then turns into a different sword, and then big gauntlets.
Yeah, I don't know. Like we got like.
It's like
fairly through this, but like my original draft of the story, and now for reaction, we go to a video of a monkey drinking its own piss.
It's just like it's so amazingly
stupid.
Yeah, it's
yeah, this is peak Japan.
It's comical. Watch. Wait, here it comes.
Yeah.
It's gonna turn into swords now. Huh?
Yeah, we didn't get to this part. Ta-da! I'm a sword. Ta-da! I'm also a sword. Whap, whap, whap.
But
whap.
wait.
Okay, that's kind of fun.
Schoolgirl outfit's sword isn't sword enough. Now they're gonna kiss again and turn into gauntlets.
This seems like it hurt. I don't want to be on the, Even the building in the background has an amazing rack. I feel like I wouldn't want to be on the weapon transformation side. That's pretty amazing.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah, like
Anyway.
the boner sword. But there's a part in that video where Blondie is just like, I'm going to have to, this is going to be awful. 1 second.
I think I know what you're doing.
Yeah, I've got to mime out these boobs.
Here, I'll... Wait, oh, I know what, here. This will be perfect. Okay, now.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Okay, here are my knockers. Graham will be my arms. But yeah, she's like fighting and it's like... And then suddenly... Like the boobs actually like go up on either side of her face and like flap around. And it's just like they split and you can see her. But her boobs are in the middle. Like her boobs are framing her face.
So you end up with a black eye.
That's what I thought. I was like, wow, that seems dangerous. I don't know. Thank you for helping me demonstrate that.
No problem. Happy to assist. So we're writing that Konami Kojima story, and we're like, I'm looking
like,
at it,
this
and I'm like,
familiar.
I'm like, wait, we've I want to do the like, oh, he always says he's gonna leave Metal Gear and then he never does joke. Wait, we've done that joke. When did we do that joke? July 14th, 2010 was when that episode of ENN aired. July 14th, 2010.
The more things change, the more they stay the same, Graham.
So, I mean, it's difficult to prove a negative. So, we will only know that it's Kojima's last Metal Gear game when he never makes another Metal Gear game for as long as he lives. So, I give it like 4 years.
Oh, somebody in the chat really likes your shirt. They say it's cool.
It's sweet.
It's an awesome shirt.
Metroidvania.
Mm-hmm. See, and you were yelling at me for being metal, and you're wearing like a super metal shirt.
Yelling at you for being metal.
I feel like the chances of this being the Kojima's last, like, this is the first time it's been.
Here,
this is Kojima's last game, but we're still gonna make Metal Gear games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was all like the implication was always like, I'm gonna stop making Metal Gear games, so there won't be any more Metal Gear games.
Right.
Now it's we're gonna keep making Metal Gear games, but Kojima's out.
Yeah.
It seems like it's more coming from Konami rather than coming from Kojima.
Yeah.
This is not a shirt. This is a dress.
Mm.
And it is the plainest, blackest dress, like my heart.
And is he starting his own studio?
I don't think he's announced anything yet.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty clear that he's going to be leaving Konami, but not until Phantom Pain is released, and then nobody knows. So
Phantom Pain. Yeah. Alrighty.
oh yeah, so let's quickly talk about the stories.
Stuff that we maybe didn't do.
Google thing is not that exciting. The Bloodborne thing is pretty cool.
I mean, that's like, honestly, some people in the Ars Technica comments were like, I don't know, that's incentivizing people to give blood.
Yes.
They do that all the time at Canadian Blood Services. They're like, hey, come out and, if your company donates more blood than other companies, your company will win like a barbecue or a picnic. That's, all sorts of things to get people to donate blood.
From what I understand, actually, that there is actually...
You can't pay people.
Yeah, there's a very tricky line that they have to tread in these things. Because you can't... Because in most places, anyway, it's legal to pay people to donate blood or donate any kind of
because if you...
stuff.
I mean, it makes sense. If
But-
you incentivize people to donate blood, it incentivizes the wrong kind of people to donate blood, right?
Right, so... And what they're doing is they're giving a gift that is worth money. So they're definitely in the area of giving money for people to donate blood. So you have to be a little bit careful.
Yeah, but I mean, this is something that PlayStation Denmark worked out with, like, the Danish Blood Services or whatever that...
Yeah.
This organization is actually called, and basically it was a promotional thing to get more young people to donate blood because blood donation levels are low. People don't like doing it. And then there's lots of people who just can't. Like if you've had a tattoo or a piercing, Canadian Blood Services has some very strict rules around, like, if you've been to England in the 1980s and eaten the food there, if you've been in a same-sex relationship with another man, sorts of places.
They just have like a big list of things that disqualify.
If you've received a blood transfusion, you can't give blood. So
I guess it's just the idea is that it takes so much time to run the blood through all the tests and everything that they want to make sure that they have the highest quality. They have the highest chance of it being successful.
Of them not having to be like, well, this is just going to get thrown out. And so, yeah, the people are like, you should incentivize people to give blood because the people who are like, boy, I could sure use $20 to give some blood are usually the kind of people who are like, I'm a drug user, right?
Right, and then they start lying about what's going to go on the thing, and then that's very bad too. So it is... I
don't know about piercings and tattoos in U.S. Rules for donating blood in other countries. I just know you can't do it in Canada. So I've almost never been able to give blood. Also,
Weird.
In the couple of years I have been able to give, I was able to give blood between, various piercings and tattoos. If you have really low blood pressure...
What was wrong here in the 80s? Mad cow, yo.
Yeah.
They got real salty about that.
Can you... Did you...
I think I can now.
Yeah, but for a long time you couldn't because you'd been to England in the 80s.
It's like, have you been at a farm recently?
No.
Are you a cow? Are you angry?
Moo? I think I'm a pretty reasonable cow.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that crazy fan service story.
And piercings, it's like, I don't know the rules. In Canada, it's like, you can't give blood for like 6 months after you get a piercing or something like that.
Yeah.
Just to make sure it's totally healed.
Unless they're super cool.
Oh yeah, this one. So the Big Buck Hunter franchise, the like arcade stand-up hunting games. There's a trailer out for a bunch of new updates they're making. One of them, go back in time and hunt the prehistoric Irish elk.
This is Big Buck HD Wild.
Yeah. Some sort of other massive prehistoric animals. And also, because of course, zombies.
Yeah.
Not just human zombies. Deer zombies and chicken zombies also.
And raccoon zombies.
Raccoon zombies.
But
yeah.
zombies in the Big Buck Hunter.
Like, it seems to be...
I think they're running out of things to hunt.
I thought that this doesn't seem like I thought that there was more difference between like a rail shooter and like a hunting game, which this game just looks like a straight up rail shooter.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, why would you want to play the zombie version of this game? There are better zombie shooting games out there.
But you can't kill zombie deer in them.
I guess, yeah. I mean,
it's also called Doe of the Dead.
That's pretty funny. But I mean, if I wanted to shoot zombies, I could be playing Left 4 Dead or Dead Island or literally any other...
Dead.
Zombie chickens, are their eggs hatched? Zombie chickens or normal chickens? I feel that they're not laying eggs because they're dead.
What came first, the zombie chicken or the zombie egg?
Zombie weagles? That's terrifying.
I feel like zombie weagles would make weagles less dangerous than they are currently.
They might be slower.
Yeah, they might be slower. I mean, weagles will already eat your flesh, so it's not really that different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody put in Snorsh into an online country database, but they said weagles were endangered, and they also said there was lots of people there.
Weagles endangered.
Yeah. I feel like most of the population in that figure is actually weagles.
I mean, they're endangered in the sense that they're nowhere else, I guess.
Yeah, but they're doing just fine in Snorsh.
Yeah.
There's lots of them, probably too many.
Yeah, there are far too many in Snorsh. One might argue that there are too many. That any number of weagles is too many weagles. But
it's like Jurassic Park, right? You bring in a couple to a zoo, they get out, just clever girl sitch.
Working on what? What did I miss? Loading ready run, I'm working on it.
Oh, probably updating the listing. I think that was Can't Wear Hats who did that.
Oh, nice.
Weagles are the
Or
danger.
it might have been Emerald Mamo who said that.
Maybe it was Mamo. Sorry. I knew it was one of our mods.
There's a cool...
I also somehow ended up with a high economy. Oh.
I do like there was a Law and Order reference in there. I appreciate that.
There's a cool story about a guy who is a huge Team Fortress 2 fan. And he's had spent hours and hundreds of hours and stuff in Team Fortress 2, and a lot of his friends he had made through Team Fortress 2, and he went to come out as pansexual to his friends. So both, I'm not quite sure what the difference between that and bisexual is. I guess it's acknowledging that it's more than just bi.
According to the article, it was into people of any sex based not on physical characteristics but rather personality traits.
Anyway, so he did it in. It was a two-phase plan. Well, he did it in 2 ways. First, he made a spray that was the pansexual flag that he put around. And then also he used the pan miliatag.
Oh, right.
So apparently it went very well, and his friends were very supportive, and it helped. And it gave him the courage to come out in person to his family and stuff too. So, yay!
I think the difference between bisexuality and pansexuality is more like, hey, I like people, and I realize that people don't necessarily fall into a binary A B.
Yeah, I guess it's acknowledging the full range of gender orientations. Also different than pandasexual, yes. That is important.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Although it could be included in that umbrella for certain people, I suppose.
Panda is not a sexual orientation.
Unrelated.
So the Donkey Konga thing, playing Dark Souls with the bongo drums, it's amazing. He had the pedal or whatever it was, XSplit is using high levels of memory. That's why this computer has high levels of memory, XSplit. Chill out. So he's using the pedal to go forward, and then has the drums. The drums have two things each on them. He has left and right steering, and then attack and roll, and then he has to switch an option toggle to bring up other controls, like using Estus flasks. So he's that's how he's controlling it, and it's the video that we used in the thing is him beating Ornstein and Smo, and it's.
I was expecting more payoff at the end, because he was just a lot in the middle of it, because it looks fucking miserable. and I was happy to see at the beginning of the video of him beating Ornstein and Smo. It says, "Okay, 3rd attempt," which makes me feel a little bit better about my skills.
And I thought he was giving himself a slow clap at the end, because he was like. And it's what? And no, what it is because the Donkey Konga drums, they have they react to clap noises, and that's how he brings up the pose menu. And so he's trying to get it to bring up the There it is. Click so that he can do like the rear pose.
You used to have like clap to Estus flask, like clap to heal.
I don't think it's reliable enough.
Oh.
Can you imagine like
Heal him!
God damn it, no. Oh yeah. You can play in Mortal Kombat X in the DLC. You can play as Jason Voorhees
That seems cool.
and or
Yeah?
the Predator,
That seems overpowered. It's the fucking Predator!
right?
So yeah, I feel like the Predator really kind of fits right in there. Like, it's using guy beat it with Guitar Hero and Drum Kit did beat it with using one finger. So silly. Anyway, but yeah, I feel like Predator really, like, no one even like kills people all the time for sport.
Mm-hmm.
Has a really ugly face that he hides behind a mask.
Yeah.
Like, he's just right in there with the rest of the Mortal Kombat. Like, people want to be like, hey, Predator. Hey.
Perfect.
Yeah, I feel like the Predator is. I feel like I realize Mortal Kombat is a magical world, but it's the fuck. Have you guys seen a Predator movie? It's the Predator.
Still, he can shoot.
They hunt aliens for fun, Paul.
Yeah, and everybody in Mortal Kombat hunts other people for fun.
Yeah, but they don't hunt aliens.
Yeah,
Like,
they hunt demons and magical creatures and gods.
I would rather
Literally, two of them are gods.
I would rather hunt a demon than an alien.
What a god. I'm thoroughly enjoying the absolute gradient of diversity that's showing up in the chat right now. It's awesome.
LRR chat, safe place to be if you are not
Thug League of Legends players
in one
we
of
did.
two stupid categories.
Oh man, I can't wait to watch the rest of this video. There's a version of Mario 64 called Chaos Edition that randomly triggers Game Shark commands that just mess the game up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like more than you think. It's not like just like, oh, this sprite is swapped and stuff. It's like, no, this game is effed.
Yeah, it's like everything that's not nailed down, like, focuses in on Mario.
Yeah, it's like sucked towards you.
The MIDI starts using different sound effects for the music instead of the actual notes. The camera gets like a really wide, like, Quake Pro field of view. It's very, very strange.
I love it when the music screws up.
Yeah.
The music is the screwed up music is the best.
So someone beat it. Someone beat the game with Chaos Edition, and there's a 23 or so minute video of like the best moments from it. And
I'm going to watch that later.
we were in the middle of writing, and I was watched like 5 minutes of it, and I'm like, I need to stop because I just want to keep watching the rest of this. It's so funny.
Apparently, he was a sign when he when he beat the game.
Mario moving around as a sign.
It's just like one of the little signs that like tell you what to do.
Stick.
Kuridan says, I'm wife-asexual. I'm only attracted to my wife. I'm so weird. True story. If you spend a lot of time with somebody, you sort of like your attractiveness criteria sort of narrow down to the person you already like. This is a true story. Me and my friend Lindsay were very drunk at a wedding. And it was like a camping wedding, and so there's a big bonfire, and we're like hammered. And it was at the point of the night where we're just like, let's pick all of the hottest guys and talk about them behind their back. So I said, oh, definitely the hottest guy who's here is our friend James. So cute. She looks at me and she's like, well, I don't like the beard. I'm like, okay, who's the hottest guy here by your opinion? And she's like, oh, it's definitely our friend. God, I can't remember his name. It doesn't matter. It's definitely our friend Bob. And I'm like, what? No way. Bob looks just like Adam. And she's like, yeah, well, James looks just like Graham. And we had this horrible thought. And we're just like, fuck. Now we're ruined. we can't even fantasize. It's your guys' fault. You and Adam.
The problem.
Sorry.
The problem you get into if you're the wife sexual before you actually have a wife.
Yes.
That can get complicated.
Yeah.
Then you're sexually attracted to someone you haven't met yet.
Yeah.
Which is a little complicated and confusing.
Aww. Everybody's now talking about how their girlfriends are the most beautiful people in the world, and anyhow, I'm
clearly liars. They can't all be the most beautiful person in the world. That just doesn't make any sense.
They should fight over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat style.
Yeah.
I call Predator.
There's a great There's a great Mitchell and Webb sketch where he's like giving the toast at a wedding.
Oh.
He's just like,
Yeah.
he's like, this is, a great wedding. It's not the best wedding, and everyone's like, boo. He's like, what?
It's like, it's not.
You think that this is the greatest wedding that has ever happened? I mean, it's very nice. The bride is very, very beautiful. She is not the most beautiful person in the entire world. I don't think this is a surprise to anyone.
This shouldn't be a controversial position. Let's see.
Mitchell and Webb.
Oh yeah, so the joke in the intro, which a couple of you got, was that in the demo for Final Fantasy 15 that comes with Type 0 HD, if you go down the road to a certain point, it's like, here is border, you cannot pass. But if you wait near the edge and you do the insurance scam of waiting until a car is coming and you run in front of the car and jump, get hit by the car, it will knock you through the border, and then you can just run around and explore and find weird things.
And it's worth watching the short videos that have been posted because they're not even that long, right? And interestingly enough, one of the areas you can run off and explore has a bunch of keep out signs that have been put there, which makes me think that maybe Square Enix is fine with you going all the way over there.
Well, it's the thing where it's like, it seems to always happen with these things where you get out of the border, and it's not just like, oh, there's, all the hills that you can see in the distance are there. There's just like in this case, there's a big dinosaur, huge monster thing. And it's just like, what are you doing here? Was he in the demo and then they didn't want him anymore and they just moved him out rather than getting rid of it, rather than hitting the delete button on it?
I mean, maybe they figured that people would, people have broken Final Fantasy demos before, haven't they?
Yeah, so maybe if they put stuff in deliberately to mess with people who are breaking it.
Yeah. Also, as Paul brought up an extremely good point when we were writing this story, everybody who's played that Final Fantasy 15 demo, don't get too attached to it because we remember the Final Fantasy 13 demo and how different that was than the actual gameplay.
Yeah, you were reading an article that was don't judge it on the demo.
Also, considering it's also farther off than the Final Fantasy 13 demo was from Final Fantasy 13.
Mm-hmm.
Because Final Fantasy...
Do we have a release date for 15?
Final Fantasy 15 it's at least a year or something. It's a while.
It was not even coming out till 2016?
I don't think so.
Jesus.
And whereas because Type 0 is the game that's out now, is the one they're actually we're working on. Final Fantasy 13, the demo came out, I think, 9 months before the actual game came out. It was different. Yeah. Different combat system. Some of the story stuff was different. The actual sequence in the demo, of course, is in the real game, but it ends differently.
Right. I didn't actually read this story. The Civ game?
Oh, yeah. So... I don't think we've ever actually done it as I've sort of thought about it as marketing, but it was always one of these ones that requires too much explanation to kind of go properly. But this guy has set up a 42-player, all expert computers Civ game on the largest possible map.
Holy shit.
And it's been running for a month.
That's a long time for a Civ game.
And he keeps posting. He's been doing some streaming of it, and he posts updates. There's a whole subreddit dedicated to it.
Wow.
But this thing, and basically, it's just what happens when with all these AI players playing against each other, and all the different things. And
42.
Yeah, and it's basically the biggest Civ map that has ever, that has ever at least been publicly there. And unfortunately, it's revealed a few issues. So in the most recent thing, I think they're getting it. He's gonna have it back up soon, but it completely crashed out, or not it wouldn't, and not only crashed, but wouldn't even open up again, because at that point it was taking 20 minutes to just open the map like when it was working.
Oh wow.
But apparently what happened...
This is Civ 5.
Yeah, Civ 5.
Yeah.
Apparently Firaxis got involved to try and fix it.
Yeah, so what happened apparently is... So that they actually like sent the save file to Firaxis, and they've been looking at it.
Oh, apparently it has since been fixed.
Yeah, well, the problem was that Japan had a bunch of cities that apparently were like all set up. We're all building ships, and just the way the timing worked out is that they all coincided that the ships all popped out on the same turn, and it was just too many units for it to deal with all at once or something, and so it crashed out. So I think the way they fixed it is they've gotten rid of Japan. They happened once. I think Colombia, they also had to do it the same thing too, where just because something is happening, glitching the game out, and so they just like a natural disaster happened. That guy's gone.
Yeah.
So what they send the thing to Firaxis to see if Firaxis can actually figure out what the actual problem was.
Right.
But in the meantime, to keep it going, they've just destroyed Japan.
Nice.
Or covered it, or like turned it into desert or something.
And that's all the stories we had to talk about.
Yeah. Some fun stuff.
Yeah. Do you want to begin the welcome train?
Sure. Wait, Paul, can you pass me that cup of coffee?
Milk
there?
in bag. Hey, Graham, listen to TTC podcast. Please get Adam to do more. He's hilarious. Yeah, Adam was really good on
Adam
TTC.
is super funny.
I've been trying to get him on TTC for a while. You should tell him yourself.
Yeah.
On Twitter @WakeUpSuper or in the chat as Cbats when he's on, but he's at work right now. So
Or during his stream.
during his stream on Saturdays,
Which is all of Saturday.
and this Saturday he's gonna be playing Bloodborne.
Yeah.
Bloodborne.
Alex is playing Bloodborne at home, so don't hassle him about it. I think he wants to savor his experience.
Yeah, Cam's gonna be playing it though on Wednesday.
Not everybody wants to play a hotly anticipated game and tilt the fuck out on screen. It's not good. See, me, Final Fantasy 13-3.
So how are we gonna do this? Because I think we might have lost some subs in Twitch's weirdness. So let's see. Oh, that's us.
Because the storm count is technically at like 10, but I know the sub count is much higher than that.
Yeah. So
Harold Romo says, what's Bloodborne about? Bloodborne is the new game from Software, which made Dark Souls and Demon Souls, but more importantly, Dark Souls. And everybody is so excited because it looks amazing.
It's Blood Souls.
So I've got username Kaiju
Dark
Attacks. And then Cortanios, That Fuppin' Guy, Togashi Naruto, RF232, Vanara, Ryaxis, Generic Evil Genius, Kathleen Kicks Balls Hard, and Dindril as today's subs.
I think the couple might be missing from that.
Let's see what T-Notifier says. T-Notifier has even less. T-Notifier lists 4 of those people.
Okay, well, here's the deal. I'm going to do the ones from this list.
All right.
If I missed you, if for some reason your name is not up on this list because there's a little bit of Twitch weirdness, just let me know. I'll get you in. Oh, Rantling watches Checkpoint on Ouya just subscribed.
Rantling, you madman.
Yeah, it's something to do with an Ouya. So if you got missed and you did actually subscribe, I will get you, and then, just basically, I'll do a couple, take a break. During the break, you'd be like, and I'll be like, okay, what's your name? If you don't think you're on the list, I'll check. If you're on the list, I will get to you when I get to you. Eric the Orange. Eric the Orange, you're not flagged as being a subscriber, so that's why your name would not be on that list.
Oh, yeah. You don't have the
Twitch emoticon.
Yeah, I know that you've... Oh, no, I didn't subscribe. Okay. I know that you've been subbed before, I think. Pretty sure. Yeah. I recognize you from being around and on the Twitters and all that. You have the orangutan.
Yeah. Anyhow,
avatar.
If you did subscribe today and you're not on the list, let me know and and you will get a subscriber commercial at the end. But let me just...
Oh, no. Farley F, this is just for people subbing today. Thank you, though.
All right.
Username Kaiju Attacks.
I will get you, Devere. Username Kaiju Attacks. Is this the second season of the username saga?
I've sort of lost track of where we are in the saga. Do you remember?
I mean, there was a whole thing that we did, and I kept that story straight the whole time.
Yeah.
Which I was actually quite impressed with. Ed the Goat just subscribed.
Ed the Goat.
With 2 D's.
Ed the Goat. Thank you for subscribing.
We're at a storm count of 12. Keep in mind, I cut this off at 15 so I don't die. We did like 40 one day, and it was the worst. Alright, so username Kaiju Attacks from the executive producer of the Username Saga and the director of Keel Hauled by Username Pirates, starring the actor who was trapped on a username island. It's Username Kaiju Attacks, the new username thing that is happening. What happens when terrible monsters made of usernames rise out of the Sea of Japan? My god, they form gigantic kaiju and they attack. What will happen to the peaceful username mines? What will happen to the peaceful username farmers making organic, grain-fed usernames? Who
So
will
sad.
save them from the username kaiju? Let's hope username Mothra shows up.
The usernamed too deep. They mine too fast.
Yeah.
Too deep and too greedily.
Too greedily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were going for those deep usernames. It's bad.
She's season 2, episode 2, they say. Well, there you go. In the second episode of the Username Saga, the username Kaiju attacks.
Yeah.
What will happen? Who knows? Let's
Yeah, we
find
need
out.
to get the username Jaegers in here.
Yeah.
Maybe that's next week or next episode.
This sci-fi channel
What was the
version of
first
Pacific Rim.
What was the first episode of this season? Was it username? I don't remember what it was now.
I can't remember.
Organic usernames are always underweight.
You know who's next?
Who?
Cortanio.
Oh, goody. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Snorsh, where today we are trying classy things. Do you know that we have our own extensive luxury goods industry? That's right. We've trained Weagles to use a leather punch, and they're making leather and satchels and purses and heels and alligator coats, but they're not made of alligators. Don't even worry about it. As you can see here, modeled by David Caruso, we have a variety of extensive Snorshian luxury goods, because nobody is coming to Snorsh for regular tourism, so why not try luxury tourism? That works for some countries. Rich people are dumb. They might not know that they don't want to be here. Anyhow, come on by. We have Cortanios leather, which is not just Weagles. I mean, it's something totally
Weagles.
different. It's Weagles. Okay, goodbye.
Novadale and TXC2 have just subscribed. Welcome, Novadale and TXC2.
I'm concerned about what leather David Caruso might be modeling. I feel like it might be in the form of, restraints.
Yeah, luxury Weagle.
The first episode of this season was username Rift opens in ocean.
Oh, and then the username Kaiju attacks. Okay, that makes sense.
From the
All right,
from the Rift.
I will keep this straight. Username Rift opens an ocean. Username Kaiju attacks. Oh, things are like this was the first username season was an intimate story of one man struggle. This is a worldwide. God, third season is going to go into space. Anyhow,
Who knows?
Paul,
Mm.
you know who subscribed?
Mm.
That fuppin' guy. Oh my god. That fuppin' guy. We're like doing a news thing. We're talking about the internet, funny things. And then that fuppin' guy comes on here and is like, I'm subscribing to your Twitch channel. And we're like,
That's what he sounds like, too. I just knew it.
that fuppin' guy. I don't like it.
You know what? Fup him.
Yeah.
Fup him right in the fupping...
Fup.
Fup.
And the
Fupper thing.
fup he wrote in on. Oh.
always that fucking guy.
Welcome.
Okay.
Togashina Ruda.
Togashina Ruda, 15 months in a row. All right. Hey, everybody, are you looking for a Japanese playground of delights and adventure? Come on down to Togashina Ruda's Shogun Castle. That's right. It's a real Japanese castle set up in the middle of Nebraska in a cornfield. I mean, it's not a real Japanese castle, it's a reproduction, but it has all of the things that you look for in a Japanese castle. Nightingale floors, which are not just hastily assembled and crappy. They're supposed to be like that. Ooh, spies, catching them, sneaking ninjas, etc. Ooh. It also has things like people in Japanese outfits. That's right. We went to all of the Value Villages and raided all the Halloween sections, and these are authentically bought from place. Japanese things, you love it. Come and have some takoyaki. Those are octopus balls, except it's not made with octopus because we are in Nebraska. It's made with corn. Corn balls. Come on down and have some delicious Japanese corn balls at Togashinaruda's Shogun Castle. Admission is a lot.
I like to imagine that the first Nightingale floor was just a guy who really made a really crappy floor and was like, no, it's supposed to be like
You
this.
don't trust me.
No, see, ninjas, yes. If ninjas come, then they will trip on your on your
Squeaky floor.
Which sounds like a bird being crushed. Not that there are birds underneath that I use to shore up certain things. That would be ridiculous.
Kuridan has just subscribed, and holy crap, a red dragon has subscribed.
All right, we've hit the list.
We've hit peak sub.
We've hit peak
Thank
sub.
you all so much.
What is
Next on our list, as we're working through, is RF232.
Oh, what's the capital of Snorsh?
Has it ever come up?
No,
Probably.
it's never come
really?
up.
All right, well,
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think we know the name of any cities in Snorsh. Or if there are indeed cities.
The capital of Snorsh is Snorsh.
It's Snorsh.
Snorsh City.
Yeah, Snorsh City.
Snorshburg.
Oh, Snorshburg.
Yes.
That's good.
I helped.
Snorshenheim.
Oh no, Snorshenheim is better because it's more
better.
European.
Yeah.
I'm going with Paul.
Yeah.
Weagelgrad.
Weagelgrad.
Weagelgrad's also pretty good. Who said that? Today I am Ree. Nice. That's pretty funny.
That's really good. RF232 is next.
RF232. I've totally done. I remembered RF232 from last month. I have to do something different now. Let's see. It could be Snorshenheim or Weagelgrad because Weagelgrad is really funny.
It's the twin cities.
The twin cities of Snorshenheim and Weagelgrad.
Yeah.
Done. Minneapolis, St. Paul, Snorshenheim, and Weagelgrad. It's basically the same thing.
Oh yeah. Except Charles Schultz is from one of those. All right.
Charles Schultz is from Snorshenheim? I did not know that.
Weagelgrad. Jeez.
Oh.
Peanuts trivia. All right. Headcanon accepted. All right. All right. RF232.
Quirk. Whenever someone replies to yawn in the chat, I am always like, what the? Oh.
It's
like,
me.
No, it's because...
As if they're like
as they're
yawning
saying,
before.
yawn, you know, like, this is boring. And then they say something useful, and I'm like, I don't... What? Oh, they're talking to subscriber name. Yawn.
I'm pretty sure that was his plan.
Yep. I like to imagine the capital of Snorsh is whatever city David Caruso is currently in, like Snorsh is sort of rolling diplomatic annex. That's really good, Stream Bros. I assume Andrew.
So that means no matter where David Caruso goes, he still can't escape
He
Snorsh.
can never escape. I mean, I feel like this
Even
is...
if he's in America,
No,
he's still somehow in Snorsh.
I like the Twin Cities. It'll be good.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like David Caruso is not really... The world's not losing much by not having David Caruso around. Also, have you noticed since I've been on this ridiculous tear, David Caruso has not been in the news?
Yeah.
Was he in the news before?
No, but he's still not in the news.
We're maintaining the Caruso status quo.
The status Caruso.
Caruso quo, I was trying and it wasn't working.
The Caruso quo. All right. Right.
RF232.
RF232. What I remember doing. I did a rap last time, but it was terrible.
Sweet.
All right. Hey, everybody. Are you looking for a new radio frequency? Why not try radio frequency 232? That's right. Are you sick and tired of hearing the screams of somebody's amateur sex dungeon or the moans of somebody's not so amateur sex dungeon? Why not tune into RF232 and not hear any of that?
Quickly, what radio stations are those on? Can we tune into that?
No,
Oh.
no, we're talking about RF232, which is a sex-free zone. That's right. Only educational things on this radio frequency. It's So if you feel like talking about the finer points of Russian literature, or maybe Bolivia's export crops, but not hearing somebody saying "unf" harder again, because nobody needs to hear that all the time, try radio frequency 232 in the orgasm-free zone for learning.
Strap in to SDR 97 Sex Dungeon Radio.
No, it's on satellite radio.
Of course it
They
is.
have a lot of room for extra channel stations. I think there is a satellite radio station that is just like porn stars talking about stuff.
I think it's just
Oh,
Playboy.
probably.
Is it? Is
Pretty
it just
sure.
like a Playboy station?
There is a Playboy station. When James bought his new van, it came with like 6 months of Sirius radio, and so we were just like cycling through everything, and then one of them was like, "It's Playboy radio," and we're like, "What? You can't see anything." And they were just it was just like interviews with porn stars or
They'd be like, "I am naked right now."
Yeah.
Well, yes, we'll take your
like,
word for it.
okay, I can imagine
Sure.
that. Okay.
Gee, I don't hear any clothes rustling. I guess that's something.
My favorite was
Lots of zzz.
my favorite was all the channels that were like they had on channel 9 they had 90s on 9, 80s on 8, 70s on 7, 60s on 6, 50s on 5, 40s on 4. I can't remember if it went to 30s or not.
I think it did.
I think it did go to 30s, but it got canceled partway through.
Who wants to listen to music from the 30s? Although I read somebody say, here's something I read on Twitter, which kind of blew my mind. It was a guy.
My favorite part about 90s on 9 is that it was hosted by old MTV VJs.
Nice. So
Alright,
they just
so-
like bottled 90s.
Yeah.
So there's a 40-year-old guy that I'm following on Twitter. I mean, that's not his only notable characteristic, but he's in his 40s.
I am the only 40-year-old on Twitter.
I gotta check
Yeah,
this out.
no kidding. It's newsworthy. But one of the things he said, and this blew my mind, he's like, okay, so there's kids who are going around and listening to Led Zeppelin today, which is, I mean, because all of the Led Zeppelin re-releases have just hit like RDO and Spotify. That's the other one. And people are like, okay, interesting, right? So, so people are listening to music that's 40 years old. That's equivalent to me listening to music from the 30s when I was a child. I'm like, wow, music is getting better at aging. Right? Music from the 70s still sounds pretty fucking cool. Music from the 30s, not so much my jam.
But if you...
A lot of popular jazz from the 30s.
Yes.
Which, again, not your jam,
Not
but
really
that
my
explains
jam.
who would want to listen to it.
Mm-hmm. And if you were from, the 70s, like if you were born in the 70s,
Mm-hmm.
maybe you'd be more into it. Who knows?
Oh, Zip8 says, I realized this when talking
Or
to somebody
the
about
60s.
Queen the other day. Yeah, just think about how old the Beatles music is, but it's still so good and interesting. Anyhow, classical music is classical music. I feel like just like popular music from 40 years ago has weathered that passage of time and the evolution of musical taste a lot better than popular music from 80 years ago, right? Like, we've had a pretty dramatic changeover. And like, think about how old hip hop is, right?
I think part of it is just we just have more music because we have better
In
recording.
Kathleen's
We have-
logic, classical pieces are out of the question.
have-
Obviously not.
We have better recording systems, so we can actually have more music now. So there's a bigger range to choose from.
Yeah, I feel classical music doesn't really fall into the same category as pop music.
Pop music of the time,
I guess.
that
But
Mozart was super.
It's not the same as a 3-minute
He was-
confection of...
He was basically
of
Lady
hooks.
Gaga.
Yeah. Anyhow,
Venara is our next subscriber.
come on down to Venara Bread. We make bread. It's filled with stuff. What kind of stuff? Wheat, yeast, water, milk, currants, eggs, explosives. Back that last one up. I meant eggs. Wait, I already said eggs. I mean explosive. Damn, I already said that once, and I said I wasn't going to say that again. Venara Bread. We are not a front for people who are just like to make bombs. It has nothing to do with that. We don't even want to do anything with the bombs. We just think it's fun. It's like a mental exercise, except it's a physical exercise too, because we're making them. I mean, what? Come on down and buy some bread. It won't explode.
Come to Vanara Bread and try our delicious bombs.
Buns. I meant buns.
Crap.
Buns.
Reaxis.
I'm just imagining someone like cutting through a loaf of bread and there's just like a stick of TNT sitting like cartoon style, just like sticking out of it.
Oh, interesting.
Or like for some reason it's lit too.
Yeah.
Because sticks of TNT are always just lit by themselves.
Yeah. All right. Reborn Life says, bunch of nerds in here. Yep. What up, nerds? All right, anyhow. I don't know why I did a little crab dance. It's my come at me, bro. Reaxis. Hey, everybody. Are you looking for a prescription drug that will solve all of the other problems that all of your other prescription drugs have given to you? Why not try Reaxis? Are you suffering from heartburn, erectile dysfunction, seeing spots, liver cirrhosis, liver expulsion, liver explosion? All of these side effects are brought on by other drugs, but maybe you have to keep taking those drugs so your liver doesn't explode. Ironically, liver explosion, a side effect of the anti-liver explosion drugs. But anyhow, if you're sick of dealing with side effects, why not try Reaxis, the drug that fixes your reactions to drugs. Reaxis, of course, has some of its side effects. Side effects may include liver explosion, liver expulsion, liver expolution, which is a thing that is new and is terrible.
What is liver expulsion?
Well, that's when it just shoots out.
Oh, okay.
It just leaves
It's
your
like
body.
comes out your belly button. It's
Liver's just like, peace.
I'm out.
I'm out.
Liver explosion is just...
Reaxis says, I'm so useful?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Liver explosion, you just hear a pop and you're like, uh-oh.
I need Hopsidal.
Yeah.
Now.
Liver implosion is also real bad.
You hear a little boop, and you're like, uh-oh.
It's like a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Generic Evil Genius has
Liver
subscribed.
inversion, yeah, that would also be bad.
Let's see.
Liver exposition.
Yeah, Reaxis does not cause liver implosion. However, if you are taking drugs to prevent liver implosion, Reaxis may not be right for you. Talk to your doctor.
He's going to be like, what?
Yeah.
What have you been watching?
That's not real. Liver sublimation? Jesus Christ.
Jeremy 2D says, what about skin creep or laser tits?
No.
Have I listed those as side
Skin
effects?
creep. No, that's from our, remember that video we did with Alex on the green screen, just being
Yeah.
like, what about this thing? Like, what
Right,
about, God, there's a lot of them. They're really weird. I'm going to look up the list. Generic Evil Genius
Orcish
is next.
Orflam.
Oh,
is one of
generic.
them.
Orcish Orflam.
Liver recursion would have been bad. Would be bad too.
Uh-oh.
Introverted liver. Oh.
I feel like your liver is actually probably already pretty, it just kind of hides in there. Doesn't say a lot.
Yeah, but it does a lot of stuff with your blood and stuff. So it's not exactly introverted. It's
just
really...
like, I'll just sit here.
It gets up in there.
I'll just sit here and clean the blood quietly. No,
and
no,
it makes
no,
pee. It
don't
makes
listen to
pee.
me.
Doesn't your liver, put crap into your pee?
No, it's a filter.
But then, pee is passing through this sort of area, right?
Not pee, no. I mean...
Kidneys is more.
Yeah, I guess the kidneys are more
and
pee.
Urea is it doesn't become pee until the bladder.
Right.
I took biology.
I did not.
Yeah.
Liver inception.
Oh, I should do a biology round.
Liver secession. I feel like that's a thing that really happens.
Now the chat is caught up, and those are kidneys are the pee organ, liver's the blood filtering organ.
I feel like liver secession is something that does actually happen to people. The liver is just like, you know what? I am out. I'm not participating in this whole procedure anymore. Goodbye.
Yeah, that's liver expulsion. It's just like, nope.
It's still there. I mean, it doesn't leave.
Oh, it just
but
draws the dotted line.
It just stops doing what it's supposed to be doing.
It goes on strike. It has a little sign on strike.
Which definitely happens to people. That's when you've abused your liver too much, and finally just goes, you know what, I'm out of here.
You know what the best thing about getting sick sometimes is when you don't drink for a week and you could feel your liver sort of breathing a sigh of relief. And then you get to drink again, and it's all good.
I have not had that experience.
Yeah, Paul doesn't drink.
No.
I mean, you're not missing out on much when you like drink so much that you're like, I think my organs hurt.
I seriously don't actually know what that video is called.
All right. Generic evil genius. Hey, everybody, are you looking for someone to mastermind some plans? But you know what? Masterminding a terrible evil plan just isn't your forte. You're more of a human resources person. You're more of a people person, but not a killing people person, just like a people person. Why not hire a generic evil genius to make a plan for you? That's right. If you hire an evil genius, they will come up with novel and exciting and probably illegal ways to make sure that your agenda gets done. And the best part of an evil genius is they will always betray you. I mean, never betray you. Evil geniuses, extremely trustworthy. Hire one today.
Love it.
We interrupt this program.
Oh.
No, interrupt this program is a different thing.
It wasn't Xanathor. Xanathor is the one with Matt.
No, I think it was We Interrupt This Program.
Is it?
Because it started with like...
Right, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, We Interrupt This Program.
I would be a great evil genius. All right.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Kathleen kicks balls
Kathleen
hard.
kicks balls hard.
We're
should
adding
go
adjectives.
Get
Some lunch.
some lunch.
I brought lunch from home.
This is a good time for me to go and get some lunch. Bye.
Bye, Paul.
Enjoy your commercial.
Oh, I see what you're doing here. We're doing a bit. It's a bit. Okay, perfect. Hey, everybody. Guess what I have? It's a service. You think someone deserves a swift kick in the nuts, but you don't want to deliver that kick yourself because, you know, maybe you're not wanting to touch them in the nuts. Maybe you don't have any legs, so kicking is hard for you. Maybe you've tried and failed to hire other nut-kicking services, and now you're willing to pay for the best. Well, that's good because I'm here, and you know what I do? Kick balls. How hard? Very hard. That's why I've rebranded my service to Kathleen Kicks Balls Hard. Hopefully, that will bring some of the ambiguity out of the service. Maybe nobody was hiring me before because they didn't want a light caress of a ball kick. But maybe now that trauma is guaranteed, now the testicular rupturing can commence. Anyhow, come on down to Kathleen Kicks Balls Hard because specifying this will hopefully cause somebody to take me up on the offer. Let my foot do the kicking.
The idea... I like the idea that it's like an off-brand, right? It's like there's Kathleen Kicks Balls, and then there's Kathleen Kicks Balls Hard, right? It's like the extreme rebrand. It's like an imprint, right? Camthalion, there is a schedule. We'll always be on. Sometimes we're like 15, 20 minutes late, but we're always on within this hour. Well, the last hour.
Yeah.
I know the wiki has the full list of symptoms, or the not symptoms, but like, yeah, Welsh tongue, illuminated veins, membrane imbalance, head rot, rampant knee, thyroid apnea, upward chafe, lacrimal seizures, piled boils, foot cough, throat scrump, slouch leg, Burmese squat, liver diddling, penguin jowl.
I think penguin jowl might have been mine.
Cauliflower buttocks, cranial levity, sidelong shoulders, silver nostril, flyover malaise, winter weight, Simonson's twist, floating nose, urinary paralysis, underarm popcorn, pancreatic...
Ew! Why is that one the grossest?
Pancreatic squirts, orcish oriflamme, cappuccino eyeball, shitting dick nipples, laser tits, skin creep, shrieking explosive diarrhea, white lung, septic thigh, anterior upcycling, Ryan's clench, a Barker complex, frontal slump, malignant arterial felch, skeletal polyps, Achilles face, advanced Rembrandt syndrome, and Congolese dancing colon. My favorite
Congolese dancing colon's good.
My favorite part about that one is
There's some good...
Admiral Mamo. I have met him in person. It's pronounced Camthalion.
Yeah. We met him at Card Kingdom.
Yeah.
And we're like, hey, we know you.
You're Cam the Lion. And he's like, it's Camthalion. And I'm like, I'll remember that.
Because it's like, whoops.
My favorite from the video is the just because I deliver it so angrily, is the Achilles face. It's like, my face is my weakness.
The chat agrees that, or at least Naxo Chills agrees that underarm popcorn is by far the grossest.
Yeah, it's nasty.
Like, it just seems like it's not actually popcorn. It's probably like nuggets of pus that look like popcorn. They just shoot out of your pits.
Look, Mayarnis. I can't remember everything.
Murnus.
I know. I'm making jokes. See, Murnus is saying, "Oh, you remember how to pronounce their name?"
Oh, I didn't read it. I just thought that you were mispronouncing their name, and I'm like, no, we've been down this road so many times.
Everyone's doubting me today.
I'm sorry. Yeah, there's so many little stupid
I'm acting
references
out.
in that list.
Oh, you're fine, Mamo. Don't worry about it. Dendril. Dendril.
Still makes me think of a Pokemon.
Go for it.
Is that a Pokemon?
10. Huh?
Is Dendril a Pokemon?
Let me look it up.
Or is it Beedrill?
Womp Womp? Well, Beedrill is a Pokemon. Dendril. Did you mean tendrils? No.
Oh, okay. Dendril is not. Alright, so... But it sounds like a Pokemon. Oh, Dendrils are little things on Amoeba. Are they not? Says Kathleen Kicks Balls Hard.
I found you on Twitter. You're cosplaying as Alex in Animal Crossing.
Ah, that's so cute.
Anyway, what were we talking
It'll
about?
be a Pokemon. Oh, Exadrill is also a Pokemon? Alright. Dendril.
Hey, Fuji. How's it going?
Hey, everybody, are you looking for a Pokemon knockoff to placate your screaming childrens? Or do they want a Beedrill? Do you have any clue what a Beedrill is? Neither do I, so just buy this damn Dendril thing. It's probably close enough. That's right, kids love Pokemans. And you know what? Show them some Pokemans with this Pokemon thing, mostly. Whatever. Dendril, just buy it. I got a lot. I ordered a lot. There was a mistake at the factory, and I thought, you know what? They're still like 38 cents each. I can make a profit. They're only $4. Just come get them. I mean, it seems like it's a lot of profit for me, but I did have to have these fucking things shipped back from China. Dendrils! Buy them and give them to your screaming children.
Hey, Rafk. I know how to pronounce your name. It's pronounced Jordan.
Huh?
I'm.
Oh!
No one gets anything. All right.
I didn't know what
Rantling
Rafka was. What Rafka was.
Ray FK.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah. Rantling watches CP Checkpoint.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Checkpoint.
Rantling watches Checkpoint on Ouya.
Hey everybody, did you buy an Ouya? Whoops. Hey, do you want something to do with your Ouya? I mean, I guess you could, turn it into a TV box or something like that. I think that's what most people did. I mean, I guess you could conceivably play games on it, but let's not be silly here. Let's not go crazy. But you know what you can do? You can watch Checkpoint on your Ouya. That's right. Dust it off, pull it out of a drawer, take it out of your dog's mouth, take it out from under your cat where they've built a fort and covered in cat hair, plug it back in, make sure it still works, probably still works, and then watch Checkpoint on it, and then say, hey, maybe I can watch other Twitch channels, and think, hey, $100 for an Apple TV-esque thing? That's not so bad. Oh, wait, I could have bought a Chromecast for $30. I mean, don't even worry about it. Watch Checkpoint on Ouya.
I know it's a callback joke, Ray. I was doing the thing. It doesn't matter.
Andrew says, I'm super loving Graham crushing this pronunciation joke and nobody else getting it.
That's good to hear. It's going totally fine, Fuji. I'm sure it's totally doing that. What with you guys being offline for an hour for maintenance and stuff, we had to remake our password and then log it back into everything.
Oh God, Twitch.
Our password is like ludicrous complex now.
I just want to complain that this incredible service that lets me broadcast live to hundreds of people at any time and any place, it only works flawlessly about 90% of the time, and that is, I demand perfection all the time.
Heart you, Fuji. Ed the goat.
Ed the goat.
Ed the goat. You have to really get that D in there. Ed the goat. No, not dida. It's just Ed the goat.
Ed the goat.
Rafk, are you saying that phrasing was an issue? Phrasing, boom.
I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Foodie's password is go live in the woods.
Close your computer, throw it in the trash, go live in the woods.
That's probably my favorite bit to shoot. That
was a lot of fun.
From that video. All right, let's see. The old Stream Bros reference was a 47 character Fast and Furious reference. Andrew, you're amazing.
Andrew, that's miserable and amazing.
That's what I would do if I had to share a password with Matt.
47 character Fast and Furious reference? Was it just like, I live my life 1/4 mile at a time? I hope that's what it was.
I mean, that might be close to 47 characters.
Probably. And every time I was like,
fuck,
I should change this. And 9 months it was like that. Wow.
That's amazing.
Angel Dust, yes, someone did mention phrasing, and it's because of Archer. Don't worry.
All right, Ed the goat. Hey, everybody, are you looking for a discount goat solution? Come on down to Ed the Goat's Goat Warehouse. We have goats of all types and shapes and sizes. Well, that's a lie. We have a goat. His name is Ed, like me. So we've decided to differentiate me from the goat. Because aside from the fact that one of us is a goat and one of us is a man, we're hard to tell apart. Surprisingly, his name has an extra D, so he's Ed the goat. So what can you do with Ed? All sorts of things. You can rent him and he will mow your lawn or ram your neighbor's car, especially if your neighbors are pissing you off. I mean, he'll probably do the car ramming thing and not the lawn eating thing, but you know what? That's just an added service that you get when you hire out Ed the goat. That's right. I just inherited a goat from my crazy Aunt Frida because she died, and I was like, I'm in the will. I'm so excited. And then I learned I got a goat, and so I'm trying to make the best out of a bad situation. Come rent this goat. He is nice, except for he will ram your car. Goat. I feel like, aw, thank you, Kathleen Kicks Balls Hard.
Sorry, I was just reading. Your staff looks like a wrench. It is a wrench. Arrow being. It's because he's staff for Twitch. They get the little wrench. And the other ones aren't staves, they're swords. Staves? Staffs.
Yeah, they're little
staves.
Mod swords.
Fatal the Baptist. You get in on this game by subscribing to the channel, having a commercial made of your username. To your other question, Kevin Sorbo was great on Hercules' Legendary Journeys, and it's a shame that he never did anything ever again.
What do you mean? He did something after Hercules' Legendary Journeys?
He did Gene Roddenberry's Andromeda, which was like, it was fine. Then he went like right-wing nut bar.
Right, he's gone all Nugent.
He went full Nugent, yeah.
Oh, you never go full Nugent.
Novadale.
Novadale, it's a new suburb in California. Gated for your convenience and everybody else's inconvenience. You can't let a pizza guy in here. Oh, Novadale, we have swimming pools and gardeners. Adventure around every corner outside. Come in here because it's safe.
That's amazing.
That was to the tune of the Gummy Bears theme song for some reason.
Yeah. Tavina, I'm really not super involved with Level 11 Skippable, and I've got the last 2 desert buses, but I want to see where this is going.
I hate you guys. I'm quitting forever. Andromeda was an aggressively average show, says
really
Eddie Pie.
It really was. But Nova Bears, okay, well, sure. Well, welcome, Tavina, if you're new to the chat. If you like Unskippable, you will like all this stuff that we do, because, for example, coming up next is Paul's show, Things on My Stream, where he plays games. On Wednesdays, Paul and I do GPLP, which is basically like streamed Unskippable. But also there's tons of other people who stream as well, like Kathleen, who streams Kathleen Saves the World on Wednesdays.
Yeah, I always play a JRPG where the plot is to save the world from some sort of big bad. Although I might just play City Skylines, because I desperately want to play that game.
Do that.
And I'm not going to save the world. I'll be more or less destroying it.
TXE2.
And yelling at the stupid whining people who want things like services.
Services. TXE2.
Oh, Ashton, no Desert Bus talk until after the first meeting.
Yeah, no kidding.
Ugh. TXC2. I think I've done like robot stuff for that person before and stuff like that. TXC2.
Don't make that noise.
I'm thinking. It's my thinking noise.
This is an unpleasant sound.
All right, I'll make my other thinking noise. Yeah, Dumb and Dumber references. I'm so edgy and hip. The kids love me. Crabs, come at me, bro. Kathleen, can you make a highly polluting city in Skylands? I haven't played it yet, but everything I've seen says it's like SimCity 5, but good, so probably.
TXE2 is a new subscriber. Welcome. TXE2. I've seen you in the chat. But welcome to being subscribed to Nominated.
Well, okay. TXE2.
Forge. I can't do it as well as Adam.
Oh, wait.
Nor do I want to.
Can you make air horn noises, though?
I can get the sound to... Yeah, I can do that.
Just make air horn noises with your mouth. You don't need to actually cue the soundboard. Hey, everybody. Do you miss the dulcet tones of an air horn? Well, then come on down to TXE2's Air Horn Warehouse. We've got all sorts of air horns. We've got air horns that sound like this. And we've got air horns that sound like this. I mean, there's a lot of difference in air horns. I bet you didn't know. There's a beautiful and subtle world of air horns that you can use to annoy your friends, alert people to danger, or just sound off when something exciting happens. For example, what better way to announce an impending birth and say, it's a boy, than with an air horn? What about if it's a girl? Well, why not this air horn? I mean, they sound mostly the same, but I assure you there's a subtle difference there. Anyhow...
It's a little unfair for an air horn to be applying labels to a child.
That's true. Come on down to TXC2 Air Horns Warehouse.
That's why I made them the same.
Where our motto is...
Beer, beer, beer! Beautiful and subtle.
Beautiful.
Is what you said. Air horns are probably the least subtle sound I can think of.
I didn't remember saying that, but I feel like that's a good ad-lib. The beautiful and subtle tones of an air horn.
Yeah. Featherweight with a 10-month resub. Welcome back, Featherweight.
Whee!
And thank you for your ongoing support as our official webcomic.
Yeah, if you haven't read Featherweight's webcomic,
Stolen
you should
Jokes.
go read it.
It's linked from the main page of loadingreadyrun.com.
And you can find it on Tumblr. All sorts of cool stuff.
We link to it from Twitter. He links to it in the chat here when he does the funny things. Basically what he does is he listens to us talk on stream or reads what we do on Twitter and then turns it into comics. And it's the best.
Mm-hmm. Go check it out if you haven't already.
And support his Patreon.
Yes.
And our Patreon, but also his.
Yeah, also support Featherweight's Patreon.
Kuridan.
Hey everybody, are you looking for a fantastic family vehicle? Why not try the Honda Kuridan? That's right. It's got room for all of your children, screaming or otherwise, and all of your air horns. In fact, the horn is an air horn. Nothing will say, get out of the way of my precious cargo than a horn that sounds like this. The Honda Kuridan also comes with several other safety features, such as doors, wheels, and a frame. That's right, the Honda Kuridan is the affordable family sedan that says, you know what, good enough. Just something to put these kids in. Seating for 12. Seating for 15 if you don't mind not everybody having a seatbelt. Although if you jam them in enough, it'll just turn into a big red paste if there's an accident. Maybe we shouldn't put that in the commercial. But that's okay, you're never going to get into an accident because your horn sounds like this. That's right, the air horn. The new safety feature in the Honda Kuridan. It's cheap.
Someone said literally got a commercial. Well, he is the official Loading Ready Run webcomic. What do you want? And then apart from... So that was technically 15, but there's only one more person. There's only one more sub to welcome today. So let's welcome... holy crap, a red dragon!
Holy crap, it's a red dragon. What you gonna do? Probably get immolated. Holy crap, it's a red dragon. By the time you say these words, you're on fire. Maybe red dragons are misunderstood, but they're probably not because they're lighting you on fire right now. Don't reason with a red dragon. They don't speak English, only Draconic, and the only phrase they know in Draconic is "you're on fire."
Well, that's something.
They're simple creatures. I guess we already actually did a legitimate commercial for Featherweight.
We did.
Featherweight, he's our man. If he can't draw my D&D character being a shitbag, no one can. Featherweight. Speaking of which, Featherweight, do you still have Etsy listings for your some of the Lava Bears original artwork you did?
I haven't actually seen Featherweight himself post in the chat. Just trigger the resub.
Weird.
Strange. Huh. Rafe finds. What? I don't know.
Anyhow, if you're a fan of Lava Bears and you're a fan of the the original artwork that Featherweight did for Lava Bears, you would it's his Etsy shop. I think it's Featherweight Creations. It's probably linked from his from the Stolen Jokes Tumblr, which has been linked in the chat from Lurbot. Go check it out because they're not even that. They're like $25-$30 for a bunch of original artwork, and if you're a fan of that, then I think there's still some available, although not a ton. Red Dragon Ray finds. Interesting. Oh, there we are. It's Featherweight shop. Okay, perfect. Shala Kitty has posted it. Yay!
All right. So that is it for.
Oh, maybe he logged in to change his password because everybody's been prompted to change their passwords.
Right. Well, someone let him know that we like him.
Oh, Fairley has a good suggestion. We should compile a list of Lurfan's Etsy pages. That was a good suggestion.
This is a good suggestion.
Right now, probably the best listing is probably Desert Bus.
Probably.
Because so many crafters.
That's it for Checkpoint Plus today, and for Checkpoint, obviously. We're going to go and have some lunch and record the Magnum podcast.
Yeah, new Magnum. By the way, let's give a commercial for this, an actual commercial.
Sure.
Here's the thing. We do a Magnum Rewatch podcast. And when I say Magnum, I mean Magnum PI, 1980s mustache Ferrari, Hawaii. We do a podcast where we rewatch that, and it's good and funny and silly. And if you like that kind of shit...
If you like entertaining podcasts is what it is. Because a lot of people have said to us, I don't care about Magnum. I was like, whatever. And they listen to it, and they're like, oh, I actually really enjoy this. So you might like it. Check it out.
Yeah, it's on iTunes. And you can listen to it on our website.
It's also linked from our website.
Hold on. I was getting to that.
Sorry.
And if you like it, you could rate it on iTunes and leave a review. That would help us a lot. We want people to find it and listen to it. If you like 1980s television, it's not just us going through the plot of Magnum. There's also lots of trivia, interesting things about that, and the sort of situation at the time and all of the good stuff. So, you might like that. We're like 7 episodes in. Not all of the episodes are amazing, but the podcasts are all good, and I spent a lot of time editing it, so we sound good.
So
the podcast is not supposed to be listened to while watching the TV show because it does not sync up.
yeah, it's not like a riff track.
Yeah.
It's not that sort of thing. So, all right, that's it for Checkpoint Plus today. Thank you all for joining us for Checkpoint. And stream is going to go offline, and in about 20 minutes' time, Paul will be back today with Things on My Stream.
Woo!
Paul, what are you playing right now?
Star Control 2.
Star Control 2, right. More of that. So don't go away, or go away and get a snack or whatever, and then come back in 20 minutes for Paul's show, Things on My Stream.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Hideo Kojima has alluded that work on Zone of the Enders 3 may have been